Welcome back to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Bet you didn't think you'd hear those words again, especially with Pokemon Legends Arceus being right around the corner, but there's a couple of loose ends left to tie up in this game before we move on to Legends, and so today we've got one of the final few episodes where we're going to be going after the legendary Heatran, Cresselia, and a couple of other things, like I said, that I still want to do here in the game. But first and foremost, you might notice I've got a peculiar little partner following behind us here. It is Rotom Wash, and that is because in preparation for the Elite Four and Champion rematches, I've actually got a little bit of a different team going on here with Washington the Rotom, Gojira the Tyranitar, and Kenny the Blaziken, all Pokemon that I decided to add on in the post-game. I've decided I'm actually going to skip out on the second rematch because, you know, we're running out of time here with Legends coming out, and I want to wrap up at least the main events here of this game. So today, we're actually going to be heading off to Stark Mountain, and you might notice I've actually already explored most of the battle area. I kind of made a little bit of a noob mistake. Actually, you can notice here too, I've already explored Route 224 and even a little bit further beyond to a place that you're not supposed to access quite yet. But like I said, I made a noob mistake and I actually ended up losing my audio commentary for that whole episode. So instead, I'm going to bring back everyone's favorite segment, the Dragon Ball Recap, named such because of the classic music that would play before every Dragon Ball Z episode. If you know, you know. But if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button for the beginning of the end of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And there are still a couple more things I want to do, maybe after Legends Arceus, mainly just the Battle Tower. I know some of you guys in the comments have asked me to try to get the highest streak and see what kind of trainers challenge us there, but I freaking suck at the Battle Tower, and also you need an EV train your Pokemon for that, and I'm kind of lazy. Right now we're focused on exploring the couple of routes to the right and north of the fight area. First we've got Route 230, which will lead you to, I believe, what they call the resort area, which in Pokemon Platinum held one of my favorite features called the Villa, which is unfortunately not in the remakes, even though it was one of the coolest post-game things ever, basically getting your own mansion to deck out. If you keep going north from there, you'll reach a very deserty route with a couple of trainers, and disappointingly low for how high level we are right now. But if you want to get to Stark Mountain, there is another option to the north of the fight area. We've got Route 225, and there's even more trainers and kind of like different stuff to grab up here. In fact, I don't think I've actually fully explored this place, and I love the music here. It actually reminds me of Dragon Ball Z in itself, so maybe we'll cut the recap music and just go to, yeah, there are definitely some trainers I didn't fight here. I guess just this one Psychic, which I guess gives me a little bit of a chance to recap you guys on my real life situation. First off, what's been going on the past few weeks? I actually went over to Disney, which I think I talked about in the last episode a little bit, or at least the fact that I was going there, but obviously I'm back now, and that was amazing. It was a much needed break, even though the last couple of months I've been maybe taking a little bit too many breaks, hence why I haven't finished this game yet. But at least in the beginning of December, it wasn't necessarily vacation, it was more like real life obligations, and I guess the holidays as well, which wasn't an obligation, but you know, I did want to spend some time with my family, obviously, like that's what the holidays are for, and I miss my grandparents and my little cousins, so I went over to see them during the Christmas break. Oh wait, no, actually I stayed home for Christmas, and my mom came and visited here in my apartment, which was really nice. It was kind of like my first adult Christmas where I hosted instead of like the opposite, because I'm so used to like always going over to some older family's house for Christmas, but this time I was the one doing the hosting, or well, really I should give Karen all the credit, my fiance, because she was the one that did the cooking and preparating, is that even a word? Basically, yeah, she held the house down during the Christmas celebrations and stuff. But I am very lost in this route. I don't think I'm going the right way at all. I thought maybe that would be the exit, and I don't even know if I have a rappel up, but somehow we're not running into any wild Pokemon, so I'm going to say that we probably do, and I guess I already fought most of the other trainers here, so we're moving on to New Year's, which, like I mentioned, for that one, I did actually go visit my family over in Dallas, and even though there's not much to do there, I love spending New Year's there because they have a big open, like, yard And because of that, we can blow up all the fireworks that we want, and I love that, dude. I never really got to do the really big fireworks growing up in Puerto Rico, so I love balling out. Well, not like super hard. I think we spent like about $100 on fireworks. Apparently we can get a dubious disc over in this corner, which will help you get Porygon Z. There was actually a couple of other evolution items you can get in these last couple of routes. I believe the Reaper Cloth, which will help you get Dusk Noir, and the Protector, which you need in order to get Rhyperior. You got to make a Rhydon, hold that, and then trade it, and it'll evolve, which I find kind of lame that you don't get those items until the post-game, because those are some Pokemon I was really looking forward to using during the main playthrough, like Yanma and Tangela being locked away to the post-game as well. Really sucks, because again, Tangela was another Pokemon that I was at least considering having on my team, but now we've actually made it the survival area. Maybe the most bare bones kind of town of the battle zone, which is this whole post-game island. There's not really too much to do here as far as I remember. Maybe there's like some items that you can get and stuff, and obviously there's a Pokemon Center and a giant rock, my favorite. We're gonna head back to that awesome music and explore this route now. Oh my god, that guy just pushed me, what the heck? And I guess I actually collected most of the items around this route already, except for one down there. So we'll hop on down and move on to the new year now, 2022. We're here now, boys, we made it. And we're still in the pandemic, maybe even harder than ever, which really sucks. I don't think anyone really, well, maybe some people expected, but definitely didn't want the pandemic to last this long. But, you know, I've been managing, at least. Thankfully, I work from home, which that I know has affected a lot of people way worse than myself. So I hope that you guys are doing okay and have found maybe some alternate ways of making a living and surviving out there in the world, especially in those colder areas, man. Like, the one thing that I'm glad about moving to Texas for is definitely the weather. I don't really mind the cold too much, but I definitely prefer the heat. Like, going back to Puerto Rico earlier in the year, in El Salvador, and Florida, actually, I went to Disney World, which is what I was gonna get to next, but the weather over there was amazing, dude. Like, I definitely do not miss the cold, I'll say that. So I hope you guys are staying warm out there in 2022, staying healthy, even though I'm pretty sure like 90% of people have gotten the virus in the last couple of months. Just in my family alone, I think like half of them have gotten it, and thankfully they're okay and have made it through it, but like, yeah, it's rough, dude. Somehow, I actually made it through Disney okay. Both me and Karen are totally healthy and fine, even though we were like in crowds of tons of people and like half of them weren't wearing masks and stuff. But I guess because of the warm weather and like most of the time you're outside in a theme park, it's not as easy to spread the germs. And this definitely looks like a spot where there'd be a hidden item, which probably means that there isn't one. So now we can finally move on to what this episode is actually all about. Getting ourselves that legendary Heatran, because I believe right over this way we're going to have that desert route. But if we keep going up north, we've got Route 227, and you can already see the soot coming down from the volcano. So let's hop on our bike and hippity skippity, no? Okay, got to power it up a little bit. Get out the way, Washington, and we've already got one trainer here, which I'm okay with battling trainers from now on. I actually haven't done any of this route yet, so recap over, at least for the game. But I still have a little bit of recapping to do in terms of real life. I want to talk about my Disney trip without necessarily spoiling anything, but sort of like rank which my favorite theme parks were going back now almost 10 years later. Actually, it has been 10 years because, yeah, 2012 was the last time I remember going, and now it's 2022, which is freaking crazy, dude. But definitely my favorite park is still not a Disney park at all, but rather Islands of Adventure, which is part of Universal Studios in Orlando. It's exclusively in Orlando as far as I know. In California, they also have Universal Studios, but they don't have Islands of Adventure, and I freaking love that park, dude, especially now that they've added a couple of new rides, including Harry Potter one that's like Hagrid's Magical Journey or something, where you ride on his, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it like I said, but it's just a very good sort of roller coaster-ish ride. But speaking of roller coasters, maybe the best ride that I rode the whole time there, Kenny! No, why have the Lucky Duckies forsaken me? First, I missed the hydro pump and then not hit Tauros twice. Like, how unlucky are we getting in this battle right now, dude? I think that's at least his only Pokemon, so we can move on from this torture as Washington at least hits level 60, finally catching up to the rest of the team. Well, kind of. He's still got a little bit of a ways to go, but gotta hop on over this way and face another trainer as I talk about Velocicoaster, which I think is one of the newest coasters built, or just rides in general built, and you can tell it's new, dude. Like, that was one of the smoothest roller coasters I think I've ever rode, and it was so good, dude. Like, if you live in the area or are planning on going to Disney sometime in the future, definitely go to Islands of Adventure. In fact, I recommend just getting the Park Hopper Pass, which lets you hop in between Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, because honestly, there's not that much to do in Universal. Islands of Adventure has all the really cool rides, but I wouldn't say Universal's not worth going to. Like I said, get the Hopper and you can definitely visit both in one day, and it's actually even better to do that because there's a sort of mini ride that takes you in between both parks, and it's the train from Harry Potter, and a really cool experience. Like, I felt like I was in the movie for a little bit, especially having my little wand and my chocolate frog. Why am I stuck right now? What the heck? Okay, let me just hop off the bike so I make sure not to run off the ledge. And what the heck are you guys doing here? Oh my god, look at how big Crusher Wake is compared to Butt. If it isn't orange, it's been a while. You've grown so tough that you're training out here now, huh? Everyone keeps getting tougher and tougher, and in doing that, they develop closer bonds with their Pokemon. Oh, don't remind me about how badly this guy beat us up in the gym leader rematches, man. Crusher Wake is no joke. For someone born overseas, this tough dude don't have an accent or nothing. What? Where the heck is Crusher Wake from? I guess he's a wrestler or a luchador? Could he be from a future Mexico-inspired Pokemon region? He's a little pale, but I could see it. There's a volcano ahead of us, Orange, called Stark Mountain. That blowhard Buck guy is on his way there as well. I'm gonna find the volcano's treasure before that guy does. If I could do that, a 21 win streak at the Battle Tower would be possible. Oh, well, I've at least gotten to 21 streak. I just can't get to, like, over 50 or 100. You're serious about Stark Mountain? Even the wild Pokemon there are very, very tough. If your Pokemon aren't well trained, you'll have a miserable time. Then again, that kind of challenge is an exciting prospect. But no matter what, you'd better be fully prepared. I've got to get ready for another tournament. Farewell. Tournament? Like wrestling, I'm guessing? Because I don't think he's talking about like a Pokemon tournament. Those don't really exist in this game. That'd be like Pokemon Black and White, unless he actually is referencing the Pokemon Black and White World Tournament. That would be a really cool little Easter egg right there. I don't think that's what it is, but thank you for the rest though, Grandma. We are now ready for Stark Mountain. Don't know if there's much more grass left up this way, so I won't spray repel. I mean, it looks like there is actually still more grass up ahead. And Buck, don't tell me you're going to Stark Mountain too. You're pretty wimpy. You sure you're going to be okay? Why am I asking you that? It's not like I care. Wow, I thought he was going to be like, because I'm the champion, clearly I can handle myself, but it seems like none of these people know that we even became champion. Anyways, if we run into each other here on Stark Mountain, the race is on to see who gets the Magma Stone first. And that is what we need to get Heatran. Or, I don't know actually. I know it's related in some way to Heatran. I don't know if we really need it, but yep, there's definitely more grass and a little bit more exploring to do, so I can continue talking about my Orlando experience. And even though I liked Universal Studios the most, that doesn't mean Disney wasn't fun either. In fact, going back to it now, there's been so many changes from when I was a kid. Most importantly, or I guess notoriously, they've added all the Star Wars stuff now, which I've never been like the biggest Star Wars fan. Or well, I like the movies, but I'm not like a super fan stan or whatever, you know, like I enjoy the movies. But going there, man, like I might become a Star Wars stan, honestly. It was so freaking cool seeing the decorations they put up and like the way that they themed all the buildings and like the stores and shops and restaurants, and just being there really felt like I was on a totally different planet in a galaxy far, far away. And that's without mentioning the rides themselves, which were so freaking cool, dude. I think there's like 3 or 4 different Star Wars rides in the Hollywood Studios Park, I believe. Oh yeah, that was definitely my favorite Disney park, by the way. Like, if you are going to Disney, highly recommend spending a full day in Disney's Hollywood Studios, which I believe is an exclusive to Orlando as well. Maybe some of the individual rides are in California, but the Hollywood Studios Park in itself is only in Orlando, which is kind of weird because it's Hollywood. You'd think it'd be over there, but it is based around like the Hollywood backlots and stuff. And oh man, all of the best rides at Disney are probably in that park. A bunch of new ones as well that I had never been on before. Besides the Star Wars one, there's actually also a whole area themed after Toy Story, which growing up was my favorite Disney/Pixar movie. I definitely felt like a kid again, walking around there, hearing the tune of "You Got a Friend in Me" and seeing the little aliens from the claw machine. Those are always my favorite character for some reason. Like, it's the most minor character ever, but I love those little dudes. Actually, the only ride that kind of was a miss was at a totally different park, which I'll mention later on. But what the heck, I thought I was climbing up the rock. We were actually spraying repel. We're almost there to Stark Mountain, so I better wrap this little segment up before we do, as we take on another dragon tamer who doesn't even have a dragon. I mean, kind of. Wasn't Gyarados like supposed to be a dragon in Gen 1, but they didn't do it? I forget what the reasoning was, but anyway, all the Star Wars rides were really fun. I had never actually been on any of them, and hey, here is an item I've been looking for, the Life Orb. Definitely gonna come in handy in those Battle Tower battles in the future, as well as even the Pokemon League. The Life Orb is just overall one of the best items that you can have in terms of competitive battling or just tough battles in Pokemon. It's just one of the best items that you can have, along with all the choice items, of course, like the specs and the band and scarf and stuff. But the one thing that I will say I was a little bit saddened by was the fact that I didn't get to make my custom lightsaber. That's like one thing that I've always wanted to do ever since hearing that that was a thing. Because like I mentioned, I had actually been to the California park before, Disney's California Adventure, I think it's called, and they also have a little bit of a Star Wars area there, but I didn't get to build my custom lightsaber because I didn't have time. And then this time around, wait, what the heck? What am I supposed to do with this rock now? What? You can push the boulder down the stairs? How did I never know that? I thought I was stuck for a second. That was interesting. Anyway, I didn't get to build my lightsaber this time around because you actually had to make a reservation at the store because of like COVID restrictions or something. I'm not really sure actually why they had the reservation only, but basically I didn't make one, and yeah, they weren't accepting people once I finally got there, and so that's the one thing that I missed out on. But like I said, I did get my Harry Potter wand, which was another thing I had heard about forever and wanted to try out, because you don't just get like a replica wand. It actually has like some kind of battery or mechanical component in it that lets you interact with certain parts of the park and perform spells, and like things actually happen, like for example at shop windows or like at certain fountains. And I didn't actually do it myself, but I saw kids performing their little spells and crazy things would happen. I felt a little bit awkward, honestly, doing it myself as a grown-ass man. But you know, maybe next time I go, I'll like get all in my Harry Potter cosplay and it won't feel as weird, because obviously I'll be like a super Potter nerd. Not in a bad way. Like, I do actually really like Harry Potter. I guess maybe on the same level as Star Wars though. Like, I like the movies, I'm just not a stan, but I'm all for doing like dorky stuff, like dressing up and cosplaying and all that. So maybe next time I go, I'll get in my full Harry Potter cosplay, or maybe Ron Weasley or whatever, and perform my spells. But yeah, that's the one thing that I missed out on. Looks like we got our rival once again. What do you want, bro? What do you mean? That buck guy wiped the floor with the... Excuse me? What is this guy talking about right now? Hold up. There are always tough trainers around everywhere. But you know what? Losing means I have room to become even tougher. We haven't ever battled Buck, have we? Does that mean that he lost to Buck? Because I don't think I've ever battled Buck myself. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that we're going to find him right up over here. Orange, right? Your buddy challenged me to a battle earlier. Oh, okay, that clears things up. I thought my game glitched for some reason. Yeah, I owned the little dude. Oh my god. Was that really in the original game as well? I owned him? I made sure he was taught a lesson, but I don't know if I could beat him again next time. Seriously, you're bound to run into skilled trainers wherever you go. Anyway, I found out about this place, but the Pokemon here are tough. What do you say we team up and go together? Sure, why not? This is our final team up with another trainer. Technically, there was one that I didn't show off with Marley, the girl with the Arcanine, but maybe in a future episode, I'll show that off if Shayne ever gets released officially. Like, I'll show off that little route and trading with Marley and me. But of course, the best thing about these tag battles is you get healed after every single battle, meaning this is one of the best spots to actually train, at least before you like wrap this up, because then you lose Buck and he won't heal you for free anymore. And this Ursaring really lived it, bro. Come on. Way to remind me of Legends Arceus. I can't wait to play it already, man. I want to see that Ursaring and if it does have an evolution or not. But even against the wild Pokemon, after every single battle, Buck will heal you up. So this is a good spot before you wrap it up to actually train up. And I might just do that to, oh, I forgot, we can't rock climb with my dude following us. So I guess we'll go back for that later. But I believe I saw another item down this way if I can make my way through these rocks, dude. Why is this so much harder than it looks? Okay, I guess there's actually not an item. Instead, we got a couple of psychics over here gazing into the future. I bet you didn't see this L coming. Nope, nothing wonderful at all. I will say, Buck, not exactly the strongest trainer, though. I guess similar to Cheryl and her Chansey, like, they don't really do much damage because Claydol's more on the bulky side, so you kind of have to do all the heavy lifting yourself while he just sits there and spams cosmic power for some reason. Anyway, moving on. Or, I guess, moving backwards to my previous topic, but wait, is there a hidden item here? Of course not. So, little recap, my favorite part was still Islands of Adventure, followed by Disney's Hollywood Studios, but the third one may shock you because I have actually had newfound appreciation for Disney's Animal Kingdom. I always used to love it as a kid too, actually just because of like the animals there. It's basically like if you combined a zoo and a theme park without like harming the animals in any way. Like they actually, as far as I know, take very good care of the animals there. But Animal Kingdom's gotten a major upgrade in a completely new area that I actually didn't even know existed until basically I got there, or at least got to Orlando and did a little bit of research. And that is the land from Avatar. Not The Last Airbender, even though that would be pretty epic. I love The Last Airbender, but no, James Cameron's Avatar with the blue aliens. Apparently that's owned by Disney now, which I didn't even know that either, but another thing I experienced for the first time this vacation was getting to the parks right when they open up. Because as a kid, I would wake up early with my grandparents or aunts or whoever was taking me to Disney, but we wouldn't be there like right at park opening, and it's pretty crazy, dude. Like as soon as the gates open up, or like they say that you're allowed in, like people literally run to whatever the craziest ride is to try to get there before there's like a line or anything. And we didn't really run, like we kind of power walked over there to not be too late, but basically managed to walk on some of the most popular rides, like the Velocicoaster in Islands of Adventure. We got there as soon as the park opened and basically were able to go through the line without having to wait at all, essentially. So that was definitely worth getting there early for. And looks like we got another plate here. Been a while since we found one of those in the wild. Better keep them safe, because we might just need them in Legends Arceus. Aside from the world of Avatar though, just Animal Kingdom in general is a really cool park with the theming and everything. It's like around different African and Asian countries, and the other really cool ride there is Everest. I loved that ride as a kid. Unfortunately, it was under maintenance when we went, so we didn't get to ride it. So, you know, that's at least one reason to go back there. I mean, just Animal Kingdom, because like I said, it's sort of a zoo and theme park mix. I love just going there and kind of taking it easy, chilling and looking at the animals. There's also a lot of places that you can drink there, which is another thing that I did for the first time at Disney. Now being an adult, of course, as a kid, I wasn't even aware that you could drink at Disney. That brings me to my fourth best theme park, or is it third? No, yeah, fourth, being Epcot. The best part of that as an adult is you can actually get different drinks from around the world, cocktails and beers and just wine or whatever. So you can get pretty lit at Disney if you want to. We didn't actually end up doing all that because that day we actually decided to do 2 parks in one. So we did Animal Kingdom in the morning and then headed to Epcot later in the day. So we didn't really have time to do everything there. I mean, we mainly focused on the cooler rides at Epcot and the newer ones. But because of that, I'm very much looking forward to revisiting Epcot someday and actually focus on doing the drinking around the world thing because it sounds so fun, dude. Now let's try to get out of this place. I've been very lost this whole time, but I'm pretty sure we fought all of the trainers, so we'll actually try to get to the exit this time. And obviously there's some items that we had to skip because we can't use rock climb right now, but I believe if we go all the way around the edge of the cave here, we're gonna run into a dead end. Nice. But over here you can see there is a single dragon tamer. Actually, he's not alone. There's a karate man or expert, whatever that trainer class is, and I think up those stairs should be the exit. Please be the ending, dude. I'm getting so hungry right now. I don't think I can handle much more. And we haven't even caught Heatran yet. I might even just have to take a little break before actually battling it, because I know that it ain't gonna take one quick ball to get that dude, and you've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, at least we can see the exit over there, but it's another dead end right here, because, yeah, these guys won't let us through. And there's boulders anyway, so around we go until we find the actual exit. If we could use rock climb, I'm pretty sure we could just go up here. Oh, didn't know that we hadn't battled these guys either. Okay, more experience. I will say we've at least gotten quite a lot of experience from this whole ordeal, with Rotom now being at almost level 70 and Yukina getting pretty close to 80 actually. Might be the first Pokemon to do it. Or wait, no, I mean Togekiss, Benedict is going to be our first level 80 with Bonsai and Yukina close behind. So I'm definitely going to have to do some catching up for the rest of the squad. And before we take on that final Pokemon League rematch, I recommend at least being level 80, maybe even a little higher, because yeah, Cynthia, you thought the first time around handling that Garchomp was tough. This time she's at level like 85 or something, so I'm really excited for it, as you can tell from my voice. I'm especially excited to train up my Pokemon some more. I really thought we had fought all the trainers here. Little did I know there were still like 50 more, but I think this should finally be it all the way around the edge. And of course, there's another boulder in our way. What's down this way? Wait a minute, I think this is actually the exit. We just gotta push this boulder all the way down, and hopefully there's some stairs. But now I'm thinking that we actually missed something to the right of that last duo of trainers that we just battled. But I don't even care, bro. I'm gonna have to end up coming back here with rock climb alone anyway. So Buck, our journey is over. There we go. My instincts tell me that the volcano's treasure's just ahead of us. You might be the toughest there is besides me. See you around, Orange. Hey, what the heck, man? I helped you get all the way here and you're telling me you're gonna snag the Magma Stone before I do? No way, dude. Check this out. This is the Magma Stone, the treasure of Stark Mountain. Since I found it, that makes me the greatest trainer out of everyone. Thanks, you helped it all happen. Ooh. Wait, what? Earthquake, oh god. It's caving in? That was wicked. The volcano shook from that. It might be so shocked it'll erupt. Bro, how are you so happy about this? No way. That can't happen. Say hi to that zippity trainer. See ya, Orange. You're just gonna leave me behind now? He's not even running or anything. I love that. But wait, what the heck? Where's the Heatran? Hello? I thought Heatran was supposed to appear. Maybe we need the Magma Stone from him, or just go in and out and, wow, I thought that was it. Of course, it's just the repel. What the frick, dude? Where's my legendary? Let's see if maybe once we get out of this cave, we can trigger nothing. Interesting. Well, not really sure what we're supposed to do now, so I guess we'll just fly away to the survival area, because I'm pretending right now. I looked it up, which I'm a little bit ashamed of, to be honest, but I didn't remember this at all from the original game. Apparently, we've got to come to this house here in the survival area right next to the Pokemon Center. And inside, we will find not only Buck, but an old man. You say the Magma Stone was found. Does that mean the legend was true? If so, the Pokemon of the volcano may awaken and cause an eruption. Yeah, and it's all freaking Buck's fault. He's about to burn the whole island. Fine, I'll put the Magma Stone back. It was keeping the Pokemon under control. It's alright though, I can put it back myself. Yeah, you better, dude. Seriously, he was about to cause the end of the world, or at least the battle zone. Is it just me, or does the sun look like it's burning a little extra bright right now? But thanks to the power of editing, we are now back in the cave and have to push this boulder all the way down again. Like, seriously, why? What the heck, you're still out here? And raising your Pokemon? Of course. Yeah, sure you still are. I'm gonna rule the battle tower. I'll prove how strong we've become and totally shock the guy there. You mean your dad? You don't have to hide it, bro. You guys look like exactly the same. That was somehow so much faster than the first time around. And to the back of the cave, we will find the Salamander King. But I need to make sure that I've got Pokeballs first of all. Oh gosh, imagine I don't have... Okay, actually I have quite a couple, including a Master Ball and some Dusk Balls, which should definitely work the best. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Quick Ball will work out on the first try for the first time in... Is it just me, or does Heatran's text look like dubstep? Or I guess reading it, it sounds like. Hell yeah. Is that a pun? Because he's on fire? It's not really hellish in any way, but Heatran dropping the base. Let's see if we can first off go for that Quick Ball, and you never know. I don't think it's worked a single time in this playthrough so far, so I'd be very surprised if it did this time. But I was also going to say that I'm going to try going for a Hydro Pump with Washington, because Heatran here is a Fire and Steel type Pokemon, so Water moves will definitely be super effective, Fighting type as well. Ground moves too, but they would probably kill it. Okay, I guess we killed it even with just the Hydro Pump. That's not good. Oh yeah, second time's the charm. And I've just noticed in that last battle that Washington actually has Thunder Wave already, so we didn't need to bring Luxray onto the team. But maybe we don't even need to try to weaken it at all, because the Quick Ball will work, right? Yeah, that's totally it. Try to go for the Earth Power, but thankfully we're levitating out here. That's pretty lucky, because I feel like that would have hurt if we didn't have Levitate. But this time, let's go for a Discharge. You might notice that Heatran actually has a gender, unlike many other legendary Pokemon, including Rotom, who's not actually a legendary, but I've learned from a lot of you guys in the comments whenever I did the Rotom video that apparently it can breed with Ditto. I don't know why. I didn't think Rotom could breed, especially being genderless, but it can, and I believe so can Heatran? One of the few legendary Pokemon that actually can breed, the only other one I can think of being Phione, or I guess Manaphy. You can breed it with another Heatran of the opposite gender, or just Ditto, which is probably way easier, but we've got it weakened down, we've got it paralyzed, you know what that means. It's time to start chucking away them balls. Maybe to save a headache, I should just go for a Dust Ball, actually. I try to style on you guys by using the Premier Balls, which have a very low catch rate, but I ain't got the patience today. We still got one more legendary to catch after this, Cresselia, so we're just gonna go for the Dusk Balls and pray that things go a little bit better. Come on, dude, why? I actually thought about having Heatran as my final team member instead of Blaziken as my Fire-type Pokemon, but I don't really use legendaries in any playthrough, really, and I don't know if I want to start that trend now. I mean, we've already got a pseudo-legendary with Tyranitar, so... Come on, dog, what even is your catch rate? Oh god, why didn't I heal? Oh, it hurts. Okay, guys, this time, I swear, the Quick Ball's gonna work. I sprinkled it with the magic dust. I don't know what happened, man. Must have been the off-brand Sparkle Dust. It was that Sprinkle Tinkle. Oh my goodness! Look at that! The Premier Ball finally does it. Definitely not because I just cut to catching it. That took way longer than it should have, but hey, we got it in the luxurious Premier Ball, and Heatran will be added in. It dwells in volcanic caves and digs in with its cross-shaped feet to crawl on the ceilings and walls like the little salamander that it is. Actually, quite a big salamander. I don't know how big Heatran is. I guess you could check it out in the decks later, but check out its stats. We got a docile nature, which doesn't do anything. And great stats, best in special attack, but not speed, which ideally you would want both of those. But whatever, dude, I'm happy with my Heatran. I'm just happy that this ordeal is over, and you've got to be kidding me, bro. Is that really the fastest you can go? What is up with all these legendaries being so dang slow? Now there's one more legendary Pokemon native to Sinnoh that we can encounter here in Canalave City. Or rather, we can at least get it to appear by visiting someplace here. But first, I want to check out this house, the Harbor Inn. The text is too faded to read. Now this is actually where you can begin the quest for Darkrai, but as I mentioned earlier, for some reason he's not in the game. Even if you somehow glitch your way to the island, Darkrai is just not there, unlike Shaman. But we can at least get the better half of the lunar duo. Well, I shouldn't say that actually, because I think Darkrai is maybe a little bit stronger, but my point is that we can get Cresselia here in Sailor Eldritch's house. So let's step inside and see what we can find. A little boy peacefully sleeping. He's thrashing about. Oh, maybe it's not so peaceful. He appears to be in torment, muttering something. Darkrai is watching me? Well, that's certainly not creepy. What does Mom have to say? I never thought our boy would fall into this endless nightmare. It's happened in the past in Canalave. There were people who never woke up from their nightmares. That is terrifying. And even though that little boy is having nightmares of Darkrai, this is actually how you unlock the other part of the lunar duo, Cresselia. If Shaman would just hop out of the way there, we can talk to this man now and learn that he's lost his love of sailing since my son fell into that horrid nightmare. I need the lunar feather from Full Moon Island to awaken him. Would you go to the island for me? If not for me, then for my son, please. Alright, fine, it's Christmas. We'll do it for the kids. Only you can awaken my son from this awful nightmare. We're both counting on you. Please, I need the lunar feather. I don't really know why he can't just do this himself. I mean, he's gonna sail us there, but I guess maybe he's not a good Pokemon trainer, and he must know something about Darkrai, because unless you assume there's some kind of terrifying or strong Pokemon there, I don't see why he wouldn't just venture to the island himself. But here we are on Full Moon Island, and Shaman is having a little bit of a crisis. What is going on there, buddy? Just calm down, alright? Let's head into the forest and see what we can find. Why, it's Cresselia! Now, one important thing to note is this Pokemon is a little different than most of the other legendaries, because once you talk to it here, it's actually going to start roaming around the region, similar to Mesprit, one of the lake guardians. And that means if you want to reset for a good nature on it, this is the spot where you would have to save the game. But even if you save, this isn't exactly when we encounter it, so it's pretty tedious. I would definitely recommend just using a mint for this one, even if they do cost quite a lot of battle points. But let's just step forward and interact with the lunar Pokemon. Look at that glow. Oh. Okay, I guess it's just gone. But it will at least leave behind a nice little dropling. The lunar feather. Yeah, I don't think it's a feather. So with this, we can now hopefully save that little boy. By the way, did you notice the puddle on the ground there was actually in the shape of a crescent moon? Should have probably pointed it out while we were still in there, but whatever. We've met the lunar Pokemon. I've heard tales of its flying from place to place. Oh, that sparkle! It must be the lunar feather! Thank you. That will wake my son from this nightmare. And now we will magically get... Oh, never mind. I thought I was just going to teleport us back to Canalave. One last boat adventure. And back into the house we go to save the little boy. He's still thrashing about, but the lunar feather will heal that up. With a little glow, the boy's sleeping face becomes untroubled and serene. Well, if it wasn't for the Pokemon Center jingle, that would have been terrifying. The way he just opened his eyes. Bro, he looks more disturbing than before.
Oh my gosh, you're awake! Oh, my son, I don't know what to say. Thank you. We'll never forget you. Seeing you back to normal makes me feel great. I've regained my spirit as a sailor. Come sail with me later.
Bruh, he just woke up from like a horrifying nightmare. I think the last thing he wants to do is go on a boat.
I couldn't wake up. I saw it. It was a scary dream. Such a dark place. And there was a dark Pokemon. But Daddy, Mommy, I could always hear your voices.
Well, that's good. At least I'll know that if I ever fall into a coma, maybe I'll still be able to... Okay, I don't even want to think about that. Thank you. We can't thank you enough, but thank you. I mean, you could, like, you know, give me an item or something. That'd be nice, but at least we do get Cresselia from this. But as the man said, it is now going to be flying about the region, so we're going to need to use our marking map, which I forget exactly which Pokechap number it is, but there we go. You'll see this little symbol on the map, and that is basically Cresselia. So we're gonna fly on over to where it is. If you missed my video catching Mesprit, I'll just briefly explain it again. The usual way that I like to get these roaming legendaries is by running back and forth between Route 205 and the Valley Windworks, and every time you do this, you will see that that little creature in the Poketch will change position. So you want to keep doing this basically until it's in the same route that you are. Once you do get it in the same route as your character is, I recommend having a Pokemon with either the move Block or Mean Look, or the ability Arena Trap or Shadow Tag, but I think only Wobbuffet has that. Basically a move or ability that traps the enemy. Watch, it's gonna be gone now, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Wait, it's like below me. What? Where is this thing? There's not even any grass in this part of the route. Oh wait, there's this tiny little patch of grass here. Is this where Cresselia's hiding? This tiny little thing? What the frick? It doesn't even have legendary music. I was expecting another like Pachirisu or something, but hey, we finally got Cresselia to pop up. And first things first, like I mentioned, have Block or Mean Look so you can trap this thing in place. Otherwise, it's going to run away. You see there, it tried to escape, but it can't anymore. So we're going to hit it with a Heavy Slam and hopefully do a little bit of damage to it without killing it. I actually don't know how much this is going to do, but considering it's level 50, yeah, we're not going to be doing too much. What you could do is also put it to sleep, and any status ailments and any damage that you do to it will actually stay even if it runs away. So like next time that you fight it, what? It really just used Safeguard. Man, that's not fun. That, of course, protects you from status ailments. Just so happened to use it on the very same turn that I decided to go for Hypnosis. So maybe I should have done that before going for the Heavy Slam. We would have totally put it to sleep. So now we just gotta keep weakening it. Well, at least it doesn't seem like it's capable of running away. So it's just a matter of time. I am out of Heavy Slams, so I can't really weaken it anymore. I just really hope that this is the timer ball right here. Maybe if I just pamper it a little. I'm almost tempted to just go for my Master Ball. It honestly wouldn't be a bad idea to use it on this Pokemon out of all of them, especially if you don't have something with Block or Shadow Tag. Basically, if you can't trap Cresselia, it's gonna run away. So out of all the legendary Pokemon in this game, I would say Cresselia is up there as like the best candidate to use your Master Ball on. I can't even weaken it anymore because I'm out of Heavy Slams, and it is of course a Psychic type, so my Extra Sensory won't do a dang thing, so maybe I'll just try to catch it at full health. What? No. What is this, bro? The last Ultra Ball. I've been blessed once again. Thank you, whoever. Arceus? Are you watching right now? I'm buying like 3 copies of your game next month, bro. Like, I've been blessed with the legendaries in this game. And you might notice it's one of the only legendary Pokemon that has a gender always being a female. Whereas its counterpart, Darkrai, I don't believe has a gender. It would make sense if they were male-female, but I don't know. I guess Darkrai has evolved beyond binary. And there it is. I just love how it glows in the sun. I'm guessing, why are you drooling? kind of gross. I don't really want to... I'm like shuddering right now, dude. Stop chasing me. This is creepy.